Hello, hello, hello. How are you today? Look where I am. I am in the pool, high level, high floor. This beautiful city surround me. You can hear the splash. Somebody starts swimming. My name is Cody Michael. I work in the raw material business and we roam the world looking for the best raw materials to help develop holistic medicine for holistic doctors, ND doctors, and homeopathic centers. And by the way, this video for informational purpose only. Today, I want to talk to you about, very important, I'll talk to you about the missing link between the buying the product from a warehouse and from where the products comes from. That's what we do. There's very few people around the world do that. We travel to the Amazon, to the rainforest, to the Peruvian mountain, 10,000 Makkah, to get Makkah from 10,000 feet elevation or higher. We go to places that nobody thinks about. We see how the product, the herbs is cultivated, how well kept, how it's packaged, how it's sent. Then we see how the biochemists in the lab do the extraction process for vitamins. What kind of extraction do they use? Do they use any heat, pressure, solvents, or chemicals? All that stuff we need to know, okay? So today I want to talk to you about heart health. Look, everybody on YouTube talks about nutrition. 99% of those people never visited a single supplement factory. They don't know how the product's extracted. They don't know most of the product where it comes from. And by the way, most of it comes from China because it's cheap. We don't source Chinese ingredients, not because we don't like China, but because Chinese raw materials contains about 10,000 times higher heavy metals than Prop California 65. And that was according to biochemist Mike Adams, who is the CEO of naturalnews.com. So, and heavy metals very bad for you. So now we're shooting ourselves in the foot because anything you get from the United States or Europe or the Amazon rainforest is gonna be a lot more costly than the product from China, raw materials from China. And also we don't get any synthetic product. So I just wanna tell you today a little bit about some of the connection and communication we make. When we make a product like this is for cardio health, okay? We consult with our holistic doctors, with our researchers. We have a team of very knowledgeable and people we work with. And they decide which product they want to put in one bottle, for example. So if you look in here and you can Google each ingredient here and see the health benefits from each ingredient for your health heart, you'll be amazed. Not just if you look at the quality of the ingredients, and of course you can go, we supply this product for companies like lookandvibrant.com, teslanutrition.com, and a few holistic doctors, but holistic doctors, they have it under their own name. So you go to their website, lookandvibrant.com, Google each ingredient. And if you want to go further, try to contact some manufacturers in the United States and say, this is the product I want. I want the same ingredients from the same sources at the same ratio in this bottle. Let them tell you how much it's going to cost and what's the MOQ. What's the minimum quantity you have to order? Not every product that have a heart shape on it, it's made the same. You need to read the labels. B vitamins in this one here, it's a vegetarian B vitamins, B complex. This costs over $200 per kilo, okay? Everything here is absolutely natural from natural sources. So if you take this one here, most of the doctors, they put their, holistic doctors, they put their clients, not patients, because what holistic doctors try to do is they try to prevent health problems. It's called preventive healthcare, which means they want you to invest in your health now, change your diet, drink water, get hydrated, exercise, work out, do intermittent dieting, and take good quality nutrition. Part of the good quality nutrition, very important, is heart health, because your heart beats 100,000 times a day. It runs the whole shebang, okay? And if you remember today, what did you eat to feed your heart? Slushy, a Coke, maybe alcohol, smoked a cigarette, sucked 10,000 vitamin C out of your body, 10,000 milligram vitamin C out of your body. I mean, how many times do you think people think about their heart today? What did they feed it? You laughed, it's good for you. Did you eat something healthy? Grass-fed beef, organic eggs, organic vegetables, you made fresh juice at home. That's amazing. But you still need to take supplements because none of us eat healthy all the time. None of us can do that. None of us can eat 100% organic, and we know that organic food today, some of it even contaminated, and many don't even contain the nutritional value that used to be in the 1950s, like was discovered by Columbia University when they tested an apple in the 1950s, and they found out that one apple in the 1950s compared to an apple in 1988, you would have to eat 26 apples in 1988 to equal one apple in the 1950s. That shows a massive depletion in nutritional value in our fruits and vegetables, okay? And on the US website, Agriculture Department, US Agriculture Department, they say 90% of the soil in the United States is depleted from minerals. So your minerals are essential for life. Minerals, what they do, actually, you don't need lots of them, but you need enough to ignite the engine. They turn on the vitamins. And without minerals, that big 400, 500 horsepower engine, it will not work without spark plugs. So the minerals are the spark plugs for the vitamins, okay? So if you see here, they also made sure there's minerals. And minerals from companies like Albion Minerals, like Trax, like Aquaman, which contains an FTIR chemical fingerprinted that identify each minerals. Those are patented companies, one of the best in the world. Trax is subsidiary of Albion Minerals. Albion Minerals was I believe, bought by Beckham in the last few years. And Aquaman, they extract their minerals from one of the best and cleanest water in the world from the Irish coast. So you need to know that. And FTIR fingerprint also, a mineral, it's called an elemental mineral. What does elemental mineral means? Elemental minerals, by the way, I'm gonna show you this around me here. Amazing place, amazing. This is my new place here I'm in. Look at this. It's a high-rise building in Southeast Asia. And this pool is like on the 23rd, 24th floor. And it goes up all the way, and I have another pool, and there's pools on the on the bottom floor. Anyway, so let's get rolling with this. So an elemental mineral, actually, what it means a right hand spin or clockwise, right? Does that mean there's a mineral with the left hand spin? You got it. I thought you would never ask. But the body uses mostly an elemental minerals. And in order to identify if these minerals are working and spinning, you have to have a patent process like the one has been done by a company, like I said, like Albion Minerals, which has been purchased by Beckham, or by a company called Trax, which is subsidiary of Albion Minerals, or a company like Aquaman. There are more companies around the world, but we only buy from the best in the world, okay? So when they give you these products here, Holistic Doctors, of course, I said under their own name. We have a few companies who buy this product under their own name, like Look Vibrant, Tesla Nutrition, and a few others. You will see this covers almost 80% of what your heart needs on a daily basis. This is your battery that runs the whole shebang, guys, okay? According to Dr. Joe Wallach research, who wrote it, mentioned in his book called Dead Doctors Don't Lie, showed that an average wealthy Americans die on average age of 66 years old, yet they have the most money and they eat the best food. Because why? It's not enough to eat good food. You need nutrition to supplement daily. With all the stress we have in life, with all the diseases and all the viruses and all the contamination and the water we drink in plastic and the smog and the pollution, you are not that healthy as much as you think. And the problem, people wait till they get sick and then they go get diagnosed, and now you have a bigger problem, especially if it's cancer or heart problem. I've been there. I've been in a hospital. I've had surgeries, guys. I know what it means. That's why Holistic Doctors, they focus on preventive health care, taking care of your health now and lowering the risk of disease before they happen. And they can measure these progress through many different tests, lowering inflammation. They have what you call 8 biomarkers they follow After you follow certain diet and exercise and you take their nutrition, they start following you and testing you every 4 weeks, 6 weeks, and they can see amazing results. So what else do we need to add to this? For example, here on Looking Vibrant, it's called Cardio Supreme X100. Again, I said check this amazing fact sheet. You need CoQ10. What does CoQ10 do? CoQ10, it's a mitochondria nutrient. It's essential for mitochondria health, guys. CoQ10 is available in every cell in the body. And once you hit age 50, it goes down to 50% low. And if you have any diseases, you're taking in medication or off-counter medication, you're not taking care of your health, it's a lot lower. So it feeds the mitochondria. It generates ATP. Without ATP, you have no life. It's one of those nutrients are essential to life, especially for the heart. By the way, when they tested it's mitochondria health nutrient. So it's the cell that runs, the engines that run the cells. An average cell in the body contains about a couple hundred mitochondria. Now they're discovering more. An average cell in the heart contains between 5,000 and 15,000 engines that run the cell. It's called organelles. In the brains, there's between 1 million and 2 million organelles per cell. Okay? So this is essential to life. But what kind of CoQ10 do we choose? We choose CoQ10 Zero Crystal, because when we tested CoQ10 with companies that we purchased their raw materials, we find out they actually CoQ10 crystallizes at about 37 Celsius, which is just human body temperature. It's useless. Who is the best companies sell CoQ10 in the world? There are a few, but one of them that we use is called Konica. Do you see that little circle there? Konica. Konica is able to produce an amazing quality CoQ10 that is well stabilized, but it still was crystallizing at 37 Celsius. And we use this brand name called Ubiquinol. There are two forms, one called ubiquinol, one called ubiquinone. Ubiquinol is the more reduced type and the more people want to use and holistic doctor want to use. So we had to send it to another lab and get a patent process and decrystallize it, but still use the highest quality CoQ10 from Konica right here. So this is a decrystallized CoQ10. You add it to this. Now you have a powerhouse for your heart. Okay? What else do we need to add? We need to make sure that our vitamin D3 is above 50, not 30, like many physicians believe. In holistic doctors, they want to see above 50. Some holistic doctors, they would love to see it 70 and 80. This vitamin D3 here from lookandvibrant.com, it's raw vitamin D3, identical to the sun, imported. We get the raw materials from them from Australia. It's extracted from the wool of the sheep. It's one of the best quality vitamin D3 in the world. But vitamin D3, in order to work orally for the body to recognize it, according to researcher Dr. Kate Blue from Canada, you have to add vitamin K2. So K2, what is it? It's extracted from natto. It's actually MQ7 full spectrum, they call it. MQuinin 4/7 full spectrum. You will see it here, and when you see the fact sheet, they only added extra virgin organic oil and unrefined MCT oil and vitamin D3 because it's fat. Natural fat is awesome for vitamin D3. So this is what you need to do, and it's drops, so kids can take it, elder can take it, especially people who doesn't like to swallow tablets. And by the way, this one here also, when you look here, you see the ratio. They have 120 milligram of microgram of vitamin K2 for every 2,500 IU of vitamin D3. Now this is 6 months supply for 2,500 daily. If you double that, still is 3 months supply. It's amazing value for less than $150, I believe. Amazing value. So you will see that the research shows that you have to have minimum of 80 microgram of vitamin K2 for every 5,000 IU of vitamin D3. Well, Looking Vibrant demanded to have more than double that. So for every 2,500 IU of vitamin D3, you'll find 120 microgram of K2 vitamin in here. And this K2 vitamin is actually imported from Japan, one of the most expensive in the world. It's over $3,000 per kilo. Okay, now, when I go here to vitamin C, essential to make sure you have a liposomal C, high quality liposomal C. Read on the fact sheet. This ascorbic vitamin C is extracted from natural fruits and vegetables. What does that mean? It costs $91 per kilo. We had to purchase for the minimum, the MOQ was 1,000 kilos. So now to make all the sales and to call all the holistic doctors and our clients, imagine what it took for us to make this product. This comes with a clinical trial that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars from Miami. You can see it on their product web page. Go and see the product web page and it will explain to you everything. This liposomal vitamin C, according to research from Dr. Russell Jeffrey, it contains, because it's natural vitamin C, it contains what you call vicinal hydroxyls. Two hydroxyls adjacent to the same side of the carbons, or the double blowers, or the double bonds, they call them in biology. This is a unique biological structure only available in natural vitamin C, because all the vitamin C on the market literally are synthetic, and that's why so many people around the world are using vitamin C, but they never get any real health benefits. Okay? What vicinal hydroxyl does in biology class, because I watched his class, we deliver the product to these amazing researchers, and if they're giving classes, some of the classes can cost $3,000 for one day. We sit down, they allow us to sit down and watch these classes and take notes. I love that. So we share some research with other researchers that they don't know about this research or that research from New Zealand, and we end up like being the network between them. So what vicinal hydroxyl does when they do C cleanse for the body, because a lot of holistic doctors, they use a C cleanse to cleanse the body from mercuries and toxins. They give high doses, as much as a person can tolerate. It picks up the toxins like mercury and other toxins and excretes it out of the body through that vicinal hydroxyl unique biological structure available only in natural vitamin C. But this is also a liposome. Like I said, not all liposomes are created equal. This was created by one of the amazing researcher, liposome phospholipid specialist from Irvine, California, for this company. And this increased the absorption by 230% according to Miami University. There's so much health benefits. Also, by the way, vitamin C dies at 91 Fahrenheit. Did you know this? Well, not this vitamin C. Liposomal vitamin C like this, when they test it, it dies at 160 Fahrenheit because all the phospholipids that surround the vitamin C, it protects it all the way to 160 Fahrenheit, which means you can take it to Saudi Arabia and still be bio-viable. And if you add fish oil for your brain, your frontal cortex, according to my professor, Dr. Bruce Ames, God bless his soul, who passed away in 2024, who discovered the Ames test in 1988, showed that 30% of your frontal cortex is DHA, guys. It's unbelievable. The health benefits from fish oil, even Dr. Bill Harris at Stanford University had done extensive testing. Go check out his research, Dr. Bill Harris. And Dr. Rhonda Patrick also talks about Dr. Bill Harris, which we have supplied some of their raw materials through a contractor, because sometimes they call us a subcontractors because they can't find the raw materials they want, so they call us to supply them. That's how we find out about these amazing research years before people even know about it, or before people read it on the internet. And many people right now, many of these research right now are already on the internet. Many people don't even read it, don't know even about it. So what makes this different? This is anchovies, imported from Italy, omega-3. This, we used to get salmon, wild salmon from Norway. Well, we found out that wild anchovies contain about 3 to 4 times more EPA and DHA than wild salmon, and it's a little bit less pricey. So we get this from Italy. And by the way, not all fish oil are created equal. Read here, go to their product webpage, lookonvibrant.com. Amazing company. They're passionate. They want always the best, and that's why I love this company. And of course, I'm promoting it because I know how good they are. Go check the fact sheet. This is extra virgin extraction, which means it's first pressed, cold extraction, not CO2 extracted and not distilled. So it's pure omega-3 and DHA extracted from wild anchovies, okay? So never exposed to heat or pressure or any of that. Now you add glutathione. Glutathione, nanoglutathione, is so dense in the cell. According to my professor, Dr. Busen Ames, you can go read his research. One time in his life, he said, I did all this research for all these years and it's sitting on the shelf and collecting dust. Nobody's reading it. So every cell in your body contains as much as 10 million mole per cell glutathione. By age 50 or 60, you have less than 60% left in the body. So what does that mean? Why would each cell have the most dense nutrient, the highest of any other nutrient? Isn't that connected to your internal aging clock? Does that make sense? Wouldn't it make sense that you replenish the nutrient already the cells that needs and have, and they start to go down by age? What glutathione also build the blood barrier in the body, especially for babies up to 9 and 10 years old, and help block the toxin from entering the brains. That's why when people take Tylenol, what it does, it lowers glutathione in the body, especially for people who are taking medication or vaccine. So if there's any mercury or anything in their medication that they're taking or any product, it goes right through the brain barrier, because now if you take Tylenol before you take these stuff, you're gonna harm that baby. Anyway, like I said, this video for informational purpose only. And if you can add some good product like turmeric, like this one, amazing product, read the fact sheet, read what they do, these guys, to make this product available. It's unbelievable. Do you know now how many people are just enjoying life and eating the chips and drinking the pop and the Kool-Aid and the ice cream and the cigar and the whiskey, and they're not thinking about their heart health? Every 33 seconds in the United States, there's a heart attack. Every 33 seconds. And women are 10 times more vulnerable for heart attack than men. Do you know why people don't care? Because they say this is expensive. You know what it takes to make a product like this? To get all these ingredients from around the world shipped to the United States, covered with nitrogen blanket, and meet MOQ requirement from them, how much it costs to make it, and to convince a couple hundred customers to buy these products? If you think this is expensive and you spend on your Starbucks more than your health, my friend, then if you think your nutrition is expensive, then try illness. I've been there. I've been sick. I've been in the hospital. I've had surgeries. I got involved in this industry, seeing miracles happen in the holistic and homeopathic doctors when people follow a little bit of the good diet, a little bit of exercise, hydration, a little bit of intermittent dieting, and good quality nutrition. They can measure progress like unbelievable. Dr. Joel Wallach, who had done extensive research, autopsies on 3,500 human beings. Okay, I'm going to show you this around me right now. And he showed in the autopsies that people who died of sudden death syndrome, and by the way, he had done also 17,000 or more than 17,000 on animals, horses, chicken, pigs. They die sudden death syndrome. And they want to find out, why did these people die of sudden death syndrome? They were black, white, tall, short, young, old, fat, skinny, all type of people. Do you know what the end result in his book written called Dead Doctors Don't Lie? He said every single one of them died for what? No, it wasn't deficiency in medicine. It was deficiency in micronutrient that keeps the heart running. Deficiency selenium, magnesium, B1, potassium, vitamin C. When these things go down to zero, your heart will stop. That's why when they do the research and they put all these ingredients, they know what the heart needs, okay? And then that's why you add all these with it, the CoQ10, the vitamin D3, the vitamin C, the omega-3, and the glutathione, and you are set. You know what you are feeding your heart every single day. I take 5,000 vitamin C a day on average, but when I'm in Southeast Asia and I'm getting in these taxis and these trucks and people are coughing and the people coming from all over the world and I get sick sometimes, I bump it up to 10,000 to just fight. And within 2 days, I am good to go. All right. Once you start using vitamin C, it's unbelievable. By the way, vitamin C has been tested by, there was a clinical trial done at Princeton Research Consumer Group, and found out that by taking 3,000 milligram of vitamin C a day. Listen, guys, to this 3,000 milligram vitamin C a day. It can increase for 16 weeks. It can increase, not it can, it increased skin elasticity, that sponginess in the skin, like the baby sponge, on average by 61.4% in 16 weeks. We're talking about oral vitamin C. There's no cosmetic, there's no product, there's no medication in the world can increase skin elasticity by 2%. We're not talking about how much the heart health, we're talking about heart health and all other good things for the oxidation. The oxidation that caused by vitamin C deficiency can cause a fatal brain damage for a woman who's pregnant, guys, for that baby. So, one last thing I want to tell you about, just want to make sure, when you take this product right here, let me show you this one here. When you take these products, make sure it's capsules, never tablets. And make sure it's locked. You see how when I turn it, it doesn't open very quickly? That's called light cap. Light cap, they lock in, and there's no oxygen inside, so that protects the nutrients from being oxidized. So when you keep turning and you feel it's locked, and now it's going to open, okay, and now it's still locked. Wow. And now I can see it, and here's the product you want to see. And you can notice that, for example, every capsule is different because there's different raw material. That's how you know, you see. And this one here, it's for the CoQ10. It's the smallest gel cap for CoQ10 in the world, by the way. Some of the gel caps are this big. They can cause a choking hazard. There are choking hazards. Many of this problem that with big capsules around the world. So, hey, done talking about health. Let's have some fun. Let's go have some fun. Where am I? Look at this. Look at this. Okay, I am on the 23rd floor, super luxury, the 0.0001% dream life in Southeast Asia. After roaming Southeast Asia for raw materials, we need to have fun a little bit and to relax and to come here. I am right over the ocean, right there. And this is one of the newest, most luxury buildings in the world. We have Tower A, this is A, and we have Tower B. And both have pools. The other one is exposed pool. This one is covered pool, so if you don't want the sun to hit you in the daytime. And this building they just built less than a year ago, all right? And all these are luxury resorts and buildings are around me, residents. And this pool here extends outside of the building. So if you're scared to outside of the building, this extends all the way outside of the building. Now I'm on the edge. So you can see the whole city right there. Right there. You see it? Okay. And now, I don't know from here. Look, I mean, I'm on the 23rd floor. Look how high we can go, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. All right. And now, I wish you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. That's Tower A. You can see the lights from there. That pool is exposed. So you can suntan. And we are here. Can you enjoy life without being healthy? Guys, I've been sick. I've been in the hospital. When I get sick here sometimes from these flu and these type A flu, that very strong viruses that here in Southeast Asia, because people here fly from all over the world. And taxi drivers, poor guys, are just getting whacked every single day. So you get in a taxi, just put a mask on as much as you can and take your vitamin C. When you are not healthy for a day, I feel like sick, like I can't even enjoy this lifestyle. Imagine there's people who are on medications for life. Imagine there's people who are eating. I don't know who said that most Americans are digging their grave with their own forks, because the food we're eating is not food. It's made by, yeah, I'm gonna say, it's made by the devil, because no one feeds his children poison. No one. Imagine in the 1930s or 40s, your kids went to visit their neighbor's house, and they fed them donut with corn syrup and fructose and all that, and somebody knew that fructose and corn syrup can cause diabetes and cancer and all kind of things, and somebody came and told the neighbors, well, your kids were in the next door and they fed them some food with some ingredients in it that can cause cancer. Well, what do you think the neighbors would do? Wouldn't you think they would go to say, what did you feed my kids? Wouldn't you think that would happen? That somebody, oh, we just gave them something to eat, have fun. Why would you feed them something that can harm them? But today, we're buying it. We're buying poison. We're addicted to it. We keep blaming the government, big pharma, the junk food. You vote with your money. Companies like lookandvibrant.com, they don't have 1% of the sale that other junk supplements are selling on the market, mostly with imported Chinese ingredients that have zero health benefits. Hundreds, millions of Americans have been using supplements and vitamins for how many years? 67 years, with very little health benefits. Why? Because it has no connection between the human body. The body does not recognize synthetic and chemicals. It can harm the body. Actually, back in 1999, Colorado University reminded the scientific community about vitamin D when they did testing for it. It says the best use for vitamin D was rat poison. Can you believe that? Most vitamin D on the market is synthetic, chemical based. Your body and mind is carbon based. Chemicals and carbons do not assimilate. They might not harm you immediately, but they will not give you any benefit. But you know why people buy it? Because it's cheap. And people spend 3 times more on their Starbucks than they spend on good supplements. And we know today that supplements, nutrition deficiency is the main cause for so many diseases in our body. Go read my professor, Bruce and Ames, research in 1988 when he discovers the AIM test. He connects every vitamins to every disease that you can know known to man. Now today you add the slushy, you add the junk food, you add the pop, you add the fried food, and then you accelerate that by 100 times. And all the stress and all the pressure and all the lifestyle we live in, the pollution that we're breathing. So health is wealth. Pray for your neighbors. Forgive your enemies. Pray for America. We need prayers for America. Pray for our government. Love and respect everyone. Don't care what color they are, what skin color, they have tattoos, no tattoos, fat, not fat, black, white. I don't care who they are. The Lord says love your neighbors. Pray for them. I don't know who's my neighbors here. I have people here from England, from Israel, from Russia, from Ukraine, from Norway, from Scotland, from Britain. I love them all. I pray for them when I'm walking. That's my job, is to be a force of goodness and love to everyone. Pray for peace in Middle East, Israel, Palestine, Ukraine, Russia, Sudan, anywhere. Pray for peace, so you can be a child of your Father in heaven. Shalom, shalom, shalom. May the Lord bless you all. I'm enjoying this evening here from my pool. I don't have to go vacation anymore to Florida once a year to enjoy this life. This is my life in Southeast Asia. Luckily, we found this beautiful, gorgeous city to enjoy life right here on the edge of the world, baby. Look at this. Look at this. Adios from heaven. Woo-hoo. Bye-bye. All right.